Good morning, everyone. I am K.Harshith, and today we are going to discuss on the topic nutrition in animals. So, what do you mean by nutrition? It is a process in which organisms obtain nutrients which are essential for them, and these nutrients help in growth and repair of the tissues. So, as you can see, there are two types of nutrition: autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. In autotrophic nutrition, these organisms get their food on their own. They do not depend on any other organisms. While in heterotrophic nutrition, these organisms depend on other organisms. For in heterotrophic nutrition, we are again having three types: parasitic nutrition, saprophytic nutrition, and symbiotic nutrition. So, what is autotrophic nutrition? It's a type of nutrition in which the organism obtains food on their own. So, these kind of organisms are called autotrophic organisms or autotrophs, and the process is called autotrophic nutrition. So, some examples of autotrophic nutrition autotrophs are green plants and some of the bacteria. So cyanobacteria, photosynthetic protocysts, plants, algae, and other bacteria. So again, now coming to heterotrophic nutrition. In this, as we already discussed, the organisms depend to obtain their nutrition on other organisms. So these kind of organisms are called heterotrophs. So examples are we humans, animals, and animals and insectivorous plants are said to be heterotrophic, but they are autotrophic. Just for nitrogenous needs, they depend on insects. Types of heterotrophic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition. The parasitic organism derives the nutrition from the host in which or on which it is growing on. So example is cascata, lice, roundworm, leech. So in this, cascata is a stem parasite. Then symbiotic nutrition. In symbiotic nutrition, there is mutual benefit found. Nor any organism is in the loss. Each and every organism, the two organisms, they are mutually getting benefited. So two organisms live together and are benefited by each other. Example are leguminous plants and rhizobium bacteria, and lichens, also known as algae plus fungi. Then third, saprophytic nutrition, the nutrition in which the organisms derive the nutrition from dead and decaying organic matter. So in this nutrition, the organisms are depending on the dead material. So these are in one way helping the environment to keep it clean as it decomposes all the dead and decaying matter. Examples are bacteria and fungi. Nutrition in animals. So in nutrition in animals, there are 5 steps involved: ingestion, that is intake of food which is done by mouth. Then digestion, the complex food is converted into simpler form. And absorption, in which whichever digested food is there, it is absorbed and it is given or it is transported to all the parts in our body. Assimilation, it is nothing but the utilization of the food which is sent to each and every organism. And then egestion, which is elimination of the undigested food. So whatever waste is coming out in the process of digestion, egestion is the process through which that waste material is thrown out from the body. So nutrition in amoeba. So amoeba is a small aquatic organism. So in amoeba, this amoeba also follows the 5 steps of digestion, the 5 steps of taking the food, as same as we had in the previous slide. So in this amoeba, first it engulfs the food material or matter, whichever comes into its surroundings, with the help of pseudopodia, and then this food is taken to food vacuole, and where the enzymes are released into the food vacuole, and the food is digested, and even the assimilation is also done because it's only a unicellular organism. So assimilation is done, and then undigested food is thrown out of the body of amoeba. So this is the process. As we can see, this is the organism, and this amoeba is engulfing the food, and then digestion is going on, and then assimilation is done, and then the food is ejected. Here you can see, here the food is thrown out of the body. Note, in paramecium, the another unicellular organism, in paramecium, food is taken into a definite spot by movement of cilia present all over the cell. So you can see here cilia. So with the help of the cilia, paramecium moves the food to a definite spot, like how food is moved to our stomach. In that manner, even in paramecium, pseudopodia helps for the movement of the food to a particular spot. So now coming to nutrition in human beings. So human digestive system comprises of all the organs from mouth to the anus. So the whole organs, whatever all organs are present in this line, like this mouth, then esophagus, stomach, liver, pancreas, small intestine, large intestine. This all, everything is given a name, that is alimentary canal. This is a long tube from mouth to anus. So then now here, whatever organs are there in our human body, we have divided them into digestive glands and organs. So digestive glands are salivary gland, livers, pancreas, and the largest liver in our human body is known as liver. And digestive system of humans, that is the organs of digestive system are mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anus. So now you can see parts of digestive system. Mouth. This mouth has salivary glands which secrete saliva. So this salivary gland secretes saliva and has an enzyme called salivary amylase. So what does this salivary amylase do? It converts the starch matter into simple sugar. So digestion process starts in the mouth itself. Mouth is also known as buccal cavity. So in mouth, the salivary gland secretes saliva and also have enzymes which convert starch to simple sugar. So as you can see, these are now, as you can see here, the digestive system. So here is mouth, the first organ present in our whole digestion. Then comes the second organ, that is esophagus. Action of saliva on food continues in esophagus. So in esophagus, a long tube where the action of saliva, that is food and saliva, gets mixed here. And then here a movement which is known as peristaltic movement happens in esophagus, where the saliva plus food which is mixed, the food is mixed with saliva, and that thing is pushed through peristaltic movement into stomach. So now here, stomach, a bag-like structure that has gastric glands which secretes gastric juice. This is a bag-like structure. So here you are having gastric glands. So these gastric glands secrete juices. Okay. So here, what are the gastric juices? That are present in stomach? HCl. So you are having HCl in it. Then you are having pepsin. And then you are having mucus. Pepsin, and you are having mucus. So here, these are the digestive juices or gastric juices which are present in stomach. Each gastric juice is having one function. Each gastric juice has a function. HCl, this provides acidic medium to the food and activates protein digesting enzymes. So when we eat protein rich food, so this HCl, it provides active protein digesting enzymes, that is pepsin. This provides pepsin. And as we know, HCl, it also kills the germs, whichever germs it enters into our body when we have food, it also kills the germs. So that is the action or the function of HCl, or hydrochloric acid. Then comes pepsin, acts on proteins and converts them into amino acids. So this pepsin is nothing but this acts on proteins. So here I can write a function of pepsin as protein. With the help of pepsin, it gives rise to amino acids. So HCl, proteins, with the help of pepsin, is converted into amino acids. And then comes mucus. So this mucus protects the walls of stomach. So it is present all over the boundaries of stomach. Whenever HCl is acting, this mucus protects our stomach from the action of HCl, and even it protects from our stomach the damages caused by HCl or hydrochloric acid. Then coming to small intestine. Small intestine, it is a foiled tube-like structure, and it is very highly coiled, and it receives the secretions from liver and pancreas, the two digestive glands. So this last small intestine, it gets liver's secretion, that is nothing but bile juice, and even pancreatic juice. We will also study about liver and pancreas. Now coming to liver. Liver, it's, as I told, it's the largest gland in our body, and this secretes bile juice. What is the use of bile juice? It gives alkaline medium to acidic food. That is, it neutralizes the acidic food. Bile juice, action of bile is to produce or to provide alkaline medium to acidic foods. And then this bile juice is stored in it is stored in gallbladder. It is stored in gallbladder. So here is gallbladder, and this bile juice, whatever is there, it secretes, or it is stored in gallbladder. Then this liver also emulsifies fat. That is, it breaks down the larger fat molecules into smaller molecules. So here I can write another equation, that is big, I'm writing this side as big fat molecules to small fat molecules. So what is this action? Liver. So this is converting big fat molecules to small fat molecules. So this is the function of liver. This converts big fat molecules to small fat molecules. The bile juice which is secreted, it provides alkaline medium to acidic food, and then this bile juice is stored in gallbladder. Then coming to So now next coming to the next gland. So pancreas. So pancreas are just present below the stomach, and this pancreas secrete pancreatic juice. So which has enzymes that digest all the nutrients. So here now, as you can see here, so this pancreatic juice, it converts carbohydrates to glucose with the help of amylase. and then it converts proteins to amino acids with the help of trypsin. So here it converts carbohydrates, carbohydrates to glucose. It converts carbohydrates to glucose with the help of amylase. And then it then converts proteins. It also converts proteins with the help of trypsin. With the help of trypsin, it also converts proteins with the help of trypsin. It converts proteins with the help of trypsin to amino acids. So in HCl, I mean in stomach, pepsin is converting proteins to amino acids, and in pancreas, with the help of pancreatic juice, proteins are converted to amino acids with the help of trypsin. And then coming to emulsified fat. Emulsified fat. So even fat conversion is taking place in liver also. So with the help of lipase, this converting emulsified fat to fatty acids plus glycerol. So these are the conversions that are taking place in pancreas or with the help of pancreatic juice. Then coming to again the about villi now. The walls of small intestine have finger-like projections which are called as villi. So now here you can see the image of villi. So these are villi. So these are supplied with blood capillaries. These are filled with blood capillaries. Villi increases the surface area for absorption and transportation. The end product of digestion. So this process, the end product of digestion is nothing but glucose. What are all here? What are all the conversions that are taking place? These are all the end products. That is, glucose is one thing, amino acids is one thing, and then fatty acids is one thing, glycerol is one thing. So, what are all the conversions that are taking place? In this conversion, emulsified fat, whatever the nutrients are there, they are getting converted with some enzymes, and that converted product is the end product of digestion. And then these end products are absorbed by the walls of small intestine and are transported to all parts of the body. Then next coming to large intestine. So the undigested and the unabsorbed food which is there, this large intestine, this undigested food gets into large intestine, and this large intestine pushes the food. It pushes the food in this manner, and then the undigested food is thrown out with the help of anus. Even so, all the waste material is removed from the body through anus, and even water is absorbed here. In large intestine, water is absorbed. So here you can see this is large intestine. Now overview on a human digestive system. So at last, this is the whole human digestive system. So it is starting from buccal cavity or mouth. Then the food is entering through pharynx and then through esophagus, and then it is cutting into stomach. Already in mouth the digestion is started. Where in mouth already conversion is happening. That is starch is getting converted. So then when the food comes into stomach, so in stomach HCl is showing its acid, and then even if it's a protein food, this is protein is getting converted to amino acids with the help of pepsin, and then when it reaches into small intestine, secretion from liver bile juice and from pancreas, that is pancreatic juice, come into and mix up with the food. And when the food is getting in contact with bile juice and pancreatic juice, big fat molecules are getting converted into small fat molecules, and even Carbohydrates with the help of amylase to glucose, proteins with the help of trypsin to amino acids, and emulsified fat to fatty acids and glycerol with the help of lipase is happening. And then the digested food is getting transported to all parts of the body, and the undigested food, whichever is left, it is moved to large intestine. It is moved to large intestine, and from large intestine the water is getting absorbed, and then the waste material is pushed out from large intestine through anus, and it is thrown out of the body. So this is the overview of human digestive system. So thank you everyone. So this brings class to an end. Thank you everyone. Hope everyone has enjoyed and understood the topic nutrition is animal.